Do you also think that if you press delete on your photos, they automatically get wiped from the face of this earth? Well, you're wrong. Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Talks by South Arrow Network. I'm your host Hustan Tarik, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing what truly happens when you delete your data. We've been trained to believe that once you press delete on your data, it goes to the trash, and trash means it's gone forever. But in the digital world, deletion is really not that instant, and it's definitely not that simple. Let's start with what actually happens when you delete a file from your computer. When you press delete on a file on your computer, it doesn't delete it, but rather it makes it invisible to the file directory system. It basically deletes the reference to that file, which tells your system where to locate it. The data itself stays exactly at the same place, and so theoretically, it is still indeed accessible and still there. Think of your storage like it's a massive book, and deleting a file basically means you're just ripping the tables of content page off, but the book itself or the data itself is still accessible. Especially on traditional hard drives, your data doesn't instantly get deleted, but instead the space just gets marked as available for future use. And until something new overwrites that same place, your data can potentially still be there for days, weeks, months, or even forever. This is exactly why and how data recovery software work. It's not magically resurrecting deleted files, but instead just looking for something that was never destroyed in the first place. But this is the story of traditional or old hard drives. Let's talk about SSDs or solid-state drives. Now SSDs work differently. They use a feature called trim, which tells your storage drive which block of data is no longer needed. So instead of removing the address to that files, it particularly tells the drive that this space is no longer needed and you can remove it. But even then, this process is not instantaneous. Trim is a suggestion. It's not immediate, so the drive cleans up the data when it's convenient, particularly when the drive is idle. So technically, your file still exists there, just waiting to be removed. Now let's make things truly complicated. Let's talk about cloud storage. This is where deleting something becomes very complicated. For example, you delete a photo from your phone. Now it's gone from here, but it can still exist on the cloud. So in theory, that photo can still exist in some sort of cloud backup or server snapshot or any kind of cache. You see, cloud systems are built for safety and recovery, not immediate destruction. In fact, most cloud storage solutions keep a backup of your file just in case if you accidentally deleted something. Even if you permanently deleted something, it can still take some days for the file to be truly removed from the cloud servers. Why? Because on server level, the data can be copied into multiple locations, and deleting it from all of them may get a bit tricky or may take some time. In a cloud or server environment, data is copied, it's backed up, it's mirrored onto multiple server locations all over the world. So essentially, deleting something means coordinating through all those servers and making it happen. And this is why some people sometimes get completely surprised when something gets restored through an iCloud or Google backup. Moving on, I would also like to talk about a little misunderstanding or misconception among people. When a service says that your data will be permanently deleted, what do they mean? Well, usually it means that your data is not accessible, it is marked for removal, and it will be removed based on certain retention policies. And so that does not mean that your data is instantly wiped from the face of this earth, because true deletion takes time, it goes through certain processes and also certain regulations. Now let's talk about what makes a data truly go away for good so you can live in peace after deleting those weird selfies you took. Here are some few basic scenarios. Number one and most efficient is that the data is overwritten by something else. So that particularly means that whatever data sector that file was utilizing, something needs to take its place over and over again for maximum efficiency and making it truly go away. The second option would be to completely destroy that storage device. Oh, and if you think that you can just put a hammer through it and it will be gone, then I have another surprise for you. You may have seen in the movies that they would bring a burned hard drive and somehow the forensics can still take out data from it. That's because storage devices can be repaired and certain data can still be pulled out from them. And so there are a lot of services today which charge you a premium to completely wipe and destroy your hard drive following certain security and ISO standards, and this is something businesses and corporates utilize all the time to make sure that their company data is securely destroyed. And lastly, if your data is living in the cloud, then you'll have to wait for the cloud backup to expire, marked for removal, and then the retention period to be over for that to be completely, truly go away. That actually brings a really uncomfortable thought in my mind. If data is never truly deleted or instantly deleted, does that mean that every photo I've deleted or every file that I thought is gone may somehow, somewhere exist? I mean, thinking about all those old computers, the old laptops, the HDDs, the SSDs, the USB drives, the flash disks, my data can still somewhere be in one of them. And some of those things I've just thrown away or given to other people or even sold on Facebook Marketplace. Does that mean that those people can potentially recover some personal files or maybe even personal information? Okay, alright, this is not about panicking or this is not about fear, but rather it's about understanding how modern systems work to prefer reliability over destruction. So let's talk about security now. How can you make sure that your data stays secure? The number one thing that you can do is encrypt your drives. Encryption is super powerful and it's super hard to break, unless you're getting caught by CIA or FBI or some other intelligence agency. Breaking encryption of your files is going to be super hard. What encryption basically does is that it rearranges all the structure of your files and make it into gibberish that no one can read or understand what it truly is. These encrypted files will be readable only if the system also has the encryption key. Otherwise, it will never be able to make sense of your data, even if it exists there. Now that gave me a little bit of peace, I'm not gonna lie. The second way would be, as I explained before, you need secure overwriting tools that completely overwrite your file structure. And lastly, you can go for a full disk wipe or even destruction. There are a lot of services out there which follow global security policies and high ISO standards to make sure that your data is completely wiped and your storage device is completely and properly destroyed. However, encryption will still be your best bet, so make sure if you have something important in your laptops or iPhones or whatnot, make sure your data is encrypted and keep the encryption key secure, because if you lose it, then your data is gone. Don't come back to me if you lose your encryption key and lose your data. I warned you. So here's the big takeaway of this video. Deleting something is not as simple as pressing a button. It's a full-on process. A slow, layered, system-wide cleanup process. So the next time you press delete on something, remember, you didn't destroy that file. You just told your system to forget about it. And that's it for today's video. If you liked the content and the video was informative, press that subscribe button and also press that bell icon, because we'll be bringing you a lot of technology videos, and we will see you in the next one.